my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. It is summer memories and so much more today. On Friday, it's Friday. So summer memories. I am on a roll. I decided like I am just gonna get this done. And so I have all of the blocks done. I'm going to take the other camera, we're gonna look at that in a minute. But before we get to that, because we're gonna talk about borders. Borders. Ay, oy, 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 oy. So before that, it is tape measure day. Something all of us that sew have tape measures of some sort. So I have to show you two of mine because they're the ones that are out. A blue tape measure. I have a black one just like this. I also have a yellow one probably from when I was in high school. I think I have that one still somewhere. Okay, there's the blue tape measure. And then I bought this one quite a few years ago. It is red plastic. I don't think it's Bakelite, but I like to think, oh, maybe it's Bakelite. Probably not. Don't they smell Bakelite or something? I don't know, but I just love this red tape measure. Love it so much. Evans and Company, Newark, New Jersey. So I don't know. They're probably like a sewing store, probably. I bet they were. We'll have to look them up. There was a patent pending on this too. So show me your tape measures today. Take a picture of your tape measures, share it. If you are not in my Facebook group, just come on over. What's the matter with you? Otherwise, just tell me about your tape measures. Okay, so it's tape measure day. It is also motorcycle day. So if you have quilts with motorcycles on them, we have a motorcycle in the garage, but I do not have quilts with motorcycles on. I just never did one. What is with me? But motorcycle fabric, motorcycle images, share your motorcycle quilts today. I can't wait. They'll be really fun because I know you have done them. Even if you've done like a t-shirt quilt with, motorcycle t-shirts, I think that would be super cool. And today is also Nintendo Day. For those of you who like to play on a Nintendo game, whether it's Animal Crossing like I play, if you play Animal Crossing, or Mario Brothers, whatever. Just, celebrate today your gaming self. I think that's fun. I just love it. I love Animal Crossing. It is so cute. All the little villagers, they're so cute. It's just a great sort of fun, relaxing thing that I do. I play both the big game and the pocket camp game. So I play both of them. Gamer girl. Okay, let's talk about the quilt. I never had the book over here. It's always on the back side. So it is from Susan Aki's book. And here is the quilt, and I went with one less column, so 3x4 instead of 4x4, which I am super happy with. That is big enough for me. And then now I have to talk about borders. So let me get the other camera because it's a thing. We got to figure it out. Hold on. There are all the blocks with almost all the sashing. I have the last bottom sashing. This row and this row are sewn, but they're not together and they're not on the top yet. So there we are, minus a little bit. I had so hoped for today I would have made it, almost made it. So we're going to talk about borders. What happened when I decided to do this quilt? Susan's book has a white background border with florals. And I thought, what can I find? Because, of course, what she used wasn't available anymore. So I found this one, which is so pretty. And I thought, okay, great. It's got red flowers, and it has little blue, pops of blue, then blue flowers. So it was great. Well, as I've been making this quilt, that fabric has just not worked so well with these fabrics that I'm picking. I do not know why. It is just, maybe the background feels a little too white for everything else that I use. Those weren't like brilliant white backgrounds. Whatever the deal is, it has never really felt like the one. And so I have two other borders to show you. So let me put those up, and then we have another thing to think about. My friend Amy Smart designed a fabric line called Portsmouth, and this was one of the pieces, and I'm so in love with it, so in love with it. So I bought it, I thought I'm going to work it into something. I thought, well, maybe it's going to be perfect for this. You've got these summer baskets with this summer New England seaside village scene, and it looks good. It does look good. I would be happy to use that, but I'm still not feeling like it's perfect. I've also got charm packs. I've got charm packs of this coming from the whole line that I think I'm going to do an Oh My Stars and use it for the border of that with the fabric line. So I'm like still on the hunt. So then the box of the fabric that came, one of them in there is really good. Let me show you that. Here is what came in the box. Oh, look at it. It is a plaid with a lot of weight, the same blues that I'm using, a little black in here that just makes it pop. That is a fantastic plaid, just fantastic. And it looks really, really good. And I've had it up there for like 3 days that I've been looking at it thinking, that's it, that's it. I had all the ambassadors look at it. What did you think? Everybody's like, plaid, plaid, plaid. And I'm like, okay, plaid, plaid, plaid. But it's not a floral. I wanted a floral. And so, what do I do? Let me show you. Where's the book again? Hold on. So this is the quilt. Remember I had it here? I had the whole trunk show and I had this quilt, and just the floral is really what was capturing my heart. And so let's go back to the quilt again, my quilt. Take a look at these baskets. Do you see this fabric? That is the white, but in blue. That is the white fabric I bought, but it's a blue version, which when I bought the white, here it is, when I bought the white, I wasn't even thinking not white because I just assumed this would work for me. But it's just too white. It's not, everything else in here was just not quite as, it was a little bit more creamy. So I had to go hunting and searching the internet, and I did find this, and I have ordered it. So, and I've ordered it before I did the video. I know, because otherwise you guys would find it and buy it and I wouldn't get any. So there you go. Although this is really, really good. It's just I had my heart set on a floral. I wanted it to feel a little bit girly, and but the plaid is really excellent. And of course there is plaid fabric that you can buy. So if you love that plaid for a project, I might even still go and buy some of that just to have it on stock for a future project, because it is just so good. I love it. So there you go. I have switched to a light blue border, and I think that it looks fabulous in the block, so I'm feeling like it will be it. And if it's not, I will have to go and order that. And then I will have ordered a lot of fabric. Oh, my friends, a lot of fabric. Okay, well, don't tell my accountant how many different pieces of fabric I ordered for this. And none of them were little pieces. Well, at least one of them was sent to me, but it's not enough. I'd have to order that anyways. So I was like, if I have to order the 2 of them, that's why I was going to go for the floral, the blue floral. And if it doesn't work out, I'll go back and get the plaid. But there you go, the dilemma of a quilter. If you have had this happen, leave a comment for me here at YouTube. Tell me if you have gone through. I don't normally have this kind of problem. It usually works out for me. What I see in my head works out, and it just didn't this time. But I am finding something. So there you go. Now today there is another fun thing that is kicking off. I am kicking off for Benartex, the fabric company that I am with. And Benartex is doing kind of a designer tour that's a little bit different, so it's really fun. What they have is they've asked each of us to make a block that's somewhat similar in style. They gave us just a guideline. They showed us a block and they said make something kind of like this block, 12 inches, finished. And what they will do is everybody will make their block in their fabric line. and then all the blocks are being sent. We're all making at least 2 blocks, and everything is being sent to Benartex, and they will eventually put all these together, and the quilt will go to charity. So it is really fun. It is just a visual eye candy tour. Now here's mine, and the block is called Butterflies and Bow Ties, and I am using my porch swing fabric, and I wanted to showcase using something a little bit different for the background than the light that I have in the line. And so I've got the lighter of the large aqua florals, and then the medium purple, and then the really dark purple that I just showed you. Well, yeah, I've showed you. Well, here's the pile of them. Here's the pile of them right there. There they are. Now I did do a pattern, so you can go to my website today and get the block pattern with directions. Oops, there's the directions, and then how to do half square triangles. So it's to make 1 block, but I think it would be so cool to make multiples of these. And if you go over to Benartex's blog today, which is linked in the description box here at the video and at my website, go to their website and see the other block that I did with Porch Swing, which is at their website. So this is so fun. It's going to be every month they're going to do this, and I think it'll be so neat to see a similar block done by each designer. Like a lot of them, their block might look just like mine, or they might make a small variation, and it'll be just really fun to see. This would be good in repeat. I think it'd be super good in repeat. Okay, let's go over and talk about fabric, and then because I think I told you about the plaid being with the fabric, right? So let's go look at the rest of that fabric and then come back here, and I have some things from museums that in the news, quilts in the news. Quilters plus fabric. Oh, that makes hearts, right? Do I have a heart there? Fabric love. So this is really enjoyable. I am so excited to be able to show you these fabrics, things that you might have overlooked because they're just sort of companions within a fabric line, not the actual stars of the fabric line. And also they're really good for your basics and things to have on hand. And so many of you have written me and said you've really enjoyed seeing them individually like this. So that's kind of fun. I love showing fabric. So it's just a match made in heaven. Exactly, right? Let's look at some red, white, and blue to kick this off. Love red, white, and blue. Who doesn't love red, white, and blue? And you can just look at it as red and white too, just like that. So I have, these are stars by Andover, which are part of their 100-year anniversary. Those are really cool. I think this is a fabulous border. It's also a great backing. For those of you who do Quilts of Valor, this is perfect. Now the Liberty line, I showed you the entire line a while back, and I wanted to feature just the white with the red stars, because this is so cool and crisp and beautiful. It would be just wonderful as a background fabric for loads and loads of red, white, and blue quilts. Not staying on star theme, hearts. Hearts with little flowers. Very sweet, got a little bit of a vintagey look. It is Love Lily by April Rosenthal. We had one of her other Love Lilies. Isn't that pretty? So delicate, so sweet. Now I already had this piece of fabric and they sent me another piece to show you, because this is perfect background fabric. It is dots, of course, and they're in red and navy, and they're like a nice separation, so it's really nice and pleasing from a distance. It just gives you that little bit of texture in your background fabric. And a blue. So I grouped all these together kind of in a color theme. So here is the navy with like little bricks, like little tiny bricks. So that's got a cool geometric to it. Good for borders, and binding is really good. Backing, that kind of a thing. All right. Now I want to show you some two pieces that are just a little bit different. And I love the different fabrics. Different meaning they're not regular cotton weight like this. They're a different blend. They're the wovens, and this is like a chambray, this top one, and of course you can't really feel that difference with me just showing you, but this is like, think of like a men's chambray shirt. This is kind of what that is. But look at the texture of it. So it's different than having a solid. So here, now it's not the same color, but here is a solid. And you can see the difference. Whoops. Let me try to scroll in here just a little bit more. Not on my arm. Okay, so you can see the difference where the solids are fairly flat, and that's the property of a solid. But this type of woven, you have that little bit of texture running through. It's like a linen kind of look to it. And this is just a little bit firmer fabric, which is nice. I love it, love it, love it. And then I paired that. Doesn't this look great and summery? Very crisp, that light blue, and then this woven, which is a popsicle, kind of a creamsicle orange woven plaid. Look how beautiful that is. This would be great. This would actually make great napkins. This combo would be awesome for summer placemats. Don't you think? I do. I do. That's what I think. And then I want to show you a family of gray fabrics because they are sometimes our unsung heroes. The gray can do the work for you. It's not white and it's not dark. It's not creamy yellow. It gives a whole different vibe to your quilts when you use gray. And these are the Blossom fabrics by my friend Christopher Thompson. And I've used them a lot. They have this little scattery, it's a tiny flower scattered around. And there are two different, this is kind of like a little bit more brown in it, this gray, and this is a nice light gray. Okay, I used a Sew Emma fabric for one of our sew alongs, and this gray in the line is super nice. It's a very tight dot, and I actually could use this. I could use this as a background on blocks. I think it would be fantastic. And let me just show you that paired with my my porch swing. Look how great this purple porch swing is with that. Look at that. You could do one of those butterfly and bow tie blocks with this, and it would look fabulous, just so fabulous. So a couple other grays that I have here is Beautiful Day, and that has a little bit of a crosshatch in it. Also gives that kind of a linen-y feel to it. And there it is in a much, much, much lighter shade. Super light shade of gray. And here, look at this. This is kind of a style. They're kind of like a stone color. And that's a solid that is the same, kind of the same shade. And then here is a little bit more blue-gray in a solid. I just had some solids here I wanted to show you. Okay, there we go. That was fun. That was so fun. Fun to go through all of these. I might tomorrow just group a couple of them, make some other little groupings of those fabrics just to show you again, because I thought that might be fun to do. Sort of pair them up with something different, or maybe pair them up with, like I just showed you, my porch swing, and show you how they work with other fabrics that have a little bit more pattern to them. So let's go back to the other side. Playing with fabric is the best. It is the best. Raise your hand. Yes, yes, yes. So quilts in the news. First one was sent from Amy, and I started to tell you about this the other day, but I had to move it. I had too much other stuff. So Amy found that the Huntington Museum in San Marino, California has an exhibit on right now. I'm going to stand to the side and pop a picture up. The exhibit is about with quilts, and there is a YouTube video. I'm going to link you here. The YouTube video sort of has a curator walking you through a bit of the exhibit, which is really cool because not all of us can get to California to go to the museum. So that is really neat. Thanks, Amy, for sending that. And then one that I saw is the American Folk Art Museum in New York City is running an exhibit right now, which I have a link to the exhibit in the description box. But this quilt that I'm popping up now is one that's in the exhibit. It was done by Carl Kliwicki. I may not be pronouncing that right, but it was done in the 1900s. He was a tailor, and the story is, which I have a link down there to Instagram, to a video that the museum did on Instagram. He was a tailor, and a baby was left on his porch, this little girl baby, and he and his wife raised this baby. They took it in, and it became their daughter. And over all the years with all his tailoring, he was using the silks and all the different materials that he did to make this quilt. And let me show you this close up. It's amazing. Look at that. It is so cool. I would love to go and see that. It's got taffeta and silk and satin and all these kind of wonderful pieces of little fabric in it. So that exhibit's on for a little while, so you'll be able to see that in New York City if you can get there. The last thing is to remind you to go and enter for the book. We were gifted a book to give away, and then I have one of my notebooks from the new fabrics and the t-shirt. Let me show you. It's the large. So this is the actual t-shirt. So size large. There we go. So all three of those things, and you will go to my website to the very, very end, and after all of the comments, and enter. So all right, my friends, I love you. Be sure to go over to Benartex blog today and see my other version of butterflies and bow ties. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.